You may think that the title of this video makes a really big claim, but if you practice it consistently for 30 days straight, you will find it to be very, very true. My name is Sunny Sharma. On this channel, I make videos to help you dissolve mind identification and become free from suffering your experience, to awaken to who you are prior to form, prior to name, prior to story, prior to the appearance of the body and mind. Today, we will be going deeper into meditation. That is what this video is about, helping you trade unreality for reality, illusion for truth. Watch the video. I really hope it helps you.
So just allow yourself to get settled down for a few moments. Come into the space of meditation, meaning have no expectation of this moment, of these words. Even the expectation that may automatically arise, you have no interest in. Just don't care right now. Be free of concern. In this moment, nothing is being demanded of you. Nothing is being asked of you. Anything you are worrying about in the future, in this moment, it is not relevant. Your entire history, personal or spiritual, your experience with this teaching, it has no relevance. So don't bring stuff that does not belong in this moment into this moment and dilute the purity, the spontaneity of this moment with any of those things. Only then you become vulnerable to the magic of now, to reality as it is. This is a beautiful space here on these calls, because here, you as a person do not matter. Your name, your fame, your past, your future, your concerns, your desires, your fears, your family, your possessions. In this moment, let it go. Have no care. Have no concern. No interest. And if you find yourself asking, how can I do that? As soon as this thought arises in the mind, you simply turn away from it. That is how you do that. You just have no interest in pursuing a thought of anything, of any concern, of any desire, of any expectation, of any judgment, of any description. As this statement is said, even if a fear arises, how can I let go of concern and all these things? You have no interest in even that fear. You see what we're doing here? All of these notions are currently grasping They're grasping your attention, your interest. So what we're doing here, and when we're sort of creating a space of meditation, before we even dive into the pointer, we are creating a space which actually will make us vulnerable to the pointer. That will make us capable of understanding the pointer. By just dissolving the many layers which obscure our seeing. In meditation, you have to make a really big trade-off. It requires of you in this moment to sacrifice your thinking, to sacrifice your beliefs, to sacrifice your attachment, your desire, your expectation, your fear. Only then do you become vulnerable to the unknown, which is what you ultimately seek with meditation. But we're trying to bring all of the stuff. We're trying to bring the known into the unknown because that is what feels safe. That is what feels practical, but it will never work. So I know it feels unsafe to let go of your desire in this moment. I know it feels unsafe to let go of expectation, to let go of pursuing your descriptions and judgments and analysis. But you have to walk that path. You have to be willing. You see, the ego, aka the known, will keep its teeth sunk deeply into anything you attribute meaning to. And that itself is what will blind you to reality. It will keep you in your ideas, your beliefs, in appearance, but it will not allow you to see things as they are. It will not allow you to see yourself as you are. So the path, the doorway to the unknown is you being willing to just for this moment, with no concept of the future, just for this moment, drop all meaning, lose interest in all meaning. Stand here totally naked of all conceptual layers, of all baggage. Have no care in the world. Assert your freedom. This in itself is a good practice. See if you can bear the silence of no expectation, of no desire or fear, of no judgment or description. If you just keep catching yourself in thinking, see how great of a habit it is to just run away from the silence. The thinking, all it is trying to make the unknown into the known. It is trying to continue to cling to the known. For what do you think of other than what you already know? So here in this moment, especially on our call, the entirety of it, when you catch yourself in thought, right? This is your practice. Here, you're not just here to sit and listen. This is your practice. So we cannot be lazy. The moment you catch yourself in that, be very vigilant, be very persistent in just bringing the attention, right? Either to the sensation of your hands or your body, or bringing the attention to the breath. Or if it's available in your practice, bring attention to I am. In this little adjustment of attention lies your devotion, either to silence, either to reality, either to the unknown, to peace, to happiness, to freedom, or it is unconsciously being attributed to mind, known, belief, appearance, illusion. So either our devotion is to the self or the not self. Be very wise in making your choice. You can spend a lifetime battling the mind and you will not win. But you see, the wise one simply slips through the grasp of the mind by losing interest, by dropping meaning, just for this moment. Pick it up later. Just for this moment, though, drop all care, concern, meaning, interest, and you'll slip right through its grasp. For it needs something to hook into, and we keep providing the bait. Why do you think it's so hard to practice when you feel triggered or when you're in a life challenge, difficult situation? It's because of the meaning you attribute, the deep interest you have in either gaining something or potentially losing something. Just for this moment, drop that meaning, drop that care, drop that interest. Be interested only in silence. Know it to be your savior, yourself, your inner guru, your intelligence, your love, your greatest friend. Out of the unknown, anything that comes is beautiful. Even if ugly in appearance, your seeing, your understanding will make it beautiful. But due to your attachment to the known, anything that arises out of it, even if beautiful, you'll find a way to perceive as ugly. Even the beautiful you'll fear. Slip out of the jaw of the mind, of the ego, simply by, in the moment of practice, whether if it's in your sit down meditation or here on this call, or during the day when you're waiting in line at the store or driving, in that moment, just lose interest in the dialogue, in the psychological chatter. Lose interest in desire, in fear. And when you do, what can the mind talk about? What has the mind left to speak about if you are not there attributing its significance? If you lose interest in personal concern, in yourself as a person in that moment, what can the mind use to hook into you? Absolutely nothing. You become spacious, boundaryless. You see the trade-off now that I'm talking about, right? We have to trade the not self for the self. We have to trade what I take myself to be to become who I really am, to acknowledge what I really am here as. Through your own commitment to this, to yourself, let this gradual unraveling occur, take place. Even the fruits of this practice, you have no attachment to, you have no expectation for. Otherwise, you're falling into the same trap. Only the face of the trap is spirituality.
Just wanted to quickly pause this video to ask you that if you're really benefiting from today's video and gaining a lot of value from it, if you think that it has the capacity to help many other people as well, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me to spread this teaching to way more people. All right. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Quite funny how with this practice, you're like disrobing yourself, disarming yourself, and standing completely vulnerable to reality, to wisdom, to clarity. Our only obstacle to this, attachment to the known, attachment to what appears to be, who I appear to be, my story, the story of the world, the story of what I know, what I have been taught. The only obstacle is the attachment to that. No worries, it can be there, which is why all you're asked is during moments of practice, devote yourself to this so firmly, seeing the need of it, and let the rest take care of itself. For the same power that brought this teaching into your life is the same power that is finishing the job, that is bringing you deeper and deeper, subtler and subtler. Even these words arising in your experience right now is an expression of that same intelligence doing the job. Even your willingness to practice and follow what is being said is the expression of that same intelligence doing the job. So I'll wrap it up with this. I want you to experiment in this week, especially today. And first, acknowledge your habit of addiction, attachment to feeling safe because of your mental dialogue, which is clinging to the known. In the fear of the unknown, which is life itself. Life is the unknown, undefined. The future is the unknown, undefined. So in resistance to the unknown, it continues to keep you in an idea of the known through your psychological chatter, through constant judgment of what you're perceiving, through the constant interpretation, analysis of the past, whatnot, through constant expectation of the future, trying to feel safe, trying to feel like a somebody. So notice that first and foremost. And notice that when you're just lost in thought, that is what you're supporting. That is what you are devoting yourself to. You're not making the choice to devote yourself to that, but like if you don't consciously make the choice is already made, and it will be devotion to not self, devotion to appearance. So first and foremost, acknowledge that. And second, I want you to start to discern, right? Because it's all a process of self-observation. Hearing these words is not enough. Only through practice and observing your own self through your day-to-day life, regular life, you start seeing. So this is what I want you to observe. When you continue to cling to the known, to the not self, no matter what you experience, you will feel fearful, anxious, uncertain. There'll just be a flavor of suffering, even if it's mild, because mostly what you experience is just neutral days going by. But like there will always be a sense of like lack, There will always be a sense of this, some suffering somewhere. Don't know why. Constantly creating problems out of nothing. Versus, as you devote yourself to this practice, these principles, and begin to shift your devotion from the not self to the self, from noise to silence, from the known to the unknown. Even firstly, this ordinary moment, you begin to experience in a brand new way. And then second, when you dissolve your attachment to interest or attachment or interest to your mental dialogue, the now is no longer a problem. Even if you're amidst a difficult life situation, now is never a problem. And then lastly, through your devotion to the unknown, you will start to find your real safety, security, connection, vitality, excitement, creativity, peace here. And here is the big shift that begins to occur. Rather than placing your sense of happiness, your sense of security, well-being in the known, which is your possessions, your family, the people in your life, your job title, the money in your bank account. Now you start to, rather than these things being the symbols of your safety and security and well-being, now you start to be sourceful. Rather than relying on resources, you start to become aware of and connected to the source of all resources. And then things can't shake you like they used to shake you before. Others may not understand your path, but you know the path you're walking on. And that is enough. If this resonates with you, devote yourself to it. If it does not, by all means, forget everything that I just said. But if it does, then it's worth fully going all in on it. Trust. And soon your trust will be replaced by conviction. And you may yourself find yourself preaching these things.
Now, again, as I said, this is not something that you can just think on an intellectual level. It is something that you have to practice. It is something you have to devote yourself to. It is something that you have to really strive to see more and more clearly. Give your all to this. If you would like to go deeper into these teachings and want a support system and you want my personal guidance, learn more about my School of Awakening, in which I will help you dissolve mind identification, become free from suffering your experience, and start to awaken to your formless self. It is a day-by-day meditation journey for 8 weeks that will take you so deep into this understanding. It will start from the surface and walk you to the depth of this reality, the depth of this understanding. If that interests you, please take a look at it. Other than that, I also have many free resources in the description box of this video. Please go there and take advantage of all of them. I hope this video brought you tons of value. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next video.